Day two of this little experiment. Here I am, 6 a.m. in my bathroom while my son sleeps in the other room. An exercise of being vulnerable and sharing parts of myself, but also to help some of my students. That's where the seed of this idea came from. Some of my creative writing students who were sending me emails. One student wrote me to say that she thought the end of the world had actually come, like the apocalypse and the rapture from the Book of Revelation and all of that. And I didn't tell her this, but if it was the rapture, I know a few people that would probably be gone by now. And I just talked to him a few days ago. But maybe we're not that part of the end of the world. Maybe it's like pre-rapture time. Who can say? This poem, though, came to me during a time of my own personal apocalypse. I wrote this up in Portland, Oregon, where it always seemed sort of drippy wet, which fit my mood at the time. I was working with some hard emotional material and trying to shape that and trying to help myself, as you can see here in the poem. I came to poetry from the fiction side. I'd never written poetry before, but I was working at this job that I absolutely hated. And so I turned to poetry. I had an hour during lunch, and I tried to write a poem a day during that time, sometimes like this. I write a poem a day. But you'll see here as I move back into who I am and poetry, and writing, sort of this resonance that would sort of happen for me and come over me, not to be too weird, right? But and it's sort of a way to help myself out of wherever I was at. This poem was published in Briarcliff Review several years ago. It's called Behind the Scenes. One more poem and I'm back in the real world again. One beautiful moment and the cars I hardly notice. The guy pounding his for rent sign into the ground between the sidewalk and road. The bulldozer moving by. The loud bulldozer moving by. Yesterday, even as I fought with the puppy over my coat and tripped over the soggy cardboard and slipped through the rain, I promised myself I wouldn't judge. Whatever came, all the same to me. Something is happening behind the scenes. I've had harder rejections. There were deaths I couldn't often recognize, but it's not death I fear. I'm telling you, it's not death. When you're wet already, you're already wet. It's not death I fear, so much as this always other life, whispering yes.